Good afternoon, Gillian here. Major news flash incoming. The scaffolding is up. So gird your loins, you're getting a scaffolding tour. I'm letting Alec climb it. I've climbed it once. I'm not climbing it twice. I don't like heights and I don't like crazy ladders at very vertical angles. Any tips on that? Put them in the comments. But yeah, show you around our scaffolding.
So this is a pretty exciting day. I've got the scaffolders in today. It's all going to go up in 3 days, hopefully. And then we've got the construction team starting in 2 days after that. So it's all kind of kicking off and getting out of the ground, which is really good. Oh, it's fantastic. They're starting at the lowest point. I think it's just single lift. Yeah, single lift goes all the way around the perimeter, and then in the middle there's 2 lifts, 2 layers, and then in the highest point, the master bedroom suite, there's 3 lifts there because it's pretty high. So I've gone through the drawing. I've gone through the drawings this morning and set the levels for, from the construction team, they've sort of asked for 600 millimeters below the structural beam, the ring beam level. So I've sort of calculated the FFLs back from there and set the height of that first lift of scaffold, and then the guys can work out the rest. There's 2 different sort of layers. They can work it out. It's not for me. So I just set the baseline. Hopefully I've got that right. I think I have. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Very steep ladder. I'm letting Alec climb that.
I can climb any ladder.
He'll climb any ladder. Well, good luck to him. Be careful. Yeah, he thinks he's a scaffolder now. Those boards, I've got loads of scaffolding boards. They're very new ones, very shiny, very wobbly. At this point in filming, I've also got Beatrix jamming her frisbee between
I'm above the dining room.
Hang on a second. There. When you're trying to walk around, there's always a dog jamming a frisbee between your legs.
Focus on me, Gillian.
So yeah, we've got a load of like gravelly stuff, like a set down point. It's a bit hard.
I missed the ladder.
Oh, hang on.
I'm going up.
So there's a second tier. I've climbed the first tier of the scaffolding. There's a second tier. Whoopsie. Which Alec is now climbing. I'm not overestimating the angle here. It is that high.
It is high.
But obviously you can see Alec's like a kid in a sweet shop and he's having a great time. I mean, yes, he should have a hard hat on. We'll come back to that. It's really high. That's where the bedroom's going to be, so that's incredible, really.
That's our bedroom view.
That's the bedroom view. So it feels like something's really happening now, which is very exciting.
So we did have a couple of issues with the scaffolding. Mostly it was around misunderstanding what the construction team wanted for scaffolding and what was actually, you know, practical. Originally the construction team wanted the first lift to run outside of the decking. This is the decking area here, so it only comes up to like this sort of height. So, you know, it had specified on the drawing like a whole 2 meter lift going all around the outside, and that just seemed a bit crazy to me and to the scaffold guys as well. So we had a few phone calls, and we resolved it in the end. So the nub of the problem was that there's an overhanging roof which starts about up there and it tapers out to somewhere over there, about here somewhere. It's like a very angular sort of overhang. The challenge is that this scaffolding here is in the way. So the agreement was, after a few phone calls, that once the construction team get to that height where they're building, start to construct the roof, the parapets and the overhang, this section here will have to be moved out, probably about 1.5 meters, something like that, to clear the overhang so they can build it. That's what we got agreed in the end. Yeah, we're sorted now. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
You all right, monkey? You helping? Can you see it?
Don't bite the tube or the tube will bite back.
Yay! We got contact! It's finally happening. We've got the construction team, or a small part of the construction team, have started on site, and they've got materials delivered. Probably see in the background there. They've got enough to do the columns and the ring beam, or at least 2 levels of the ring beam, and that's going to be the base that they're going to work from. These guys are good, they know what they're doing. So yeah, I'm really pleased. It's good. Finally happening. This green heart timber for the columns is really nice. It's so compact. Let's get a bit. This is a scrapper, but you can probably see it's so heavy too. It takes like 3 people to move one of these long pieces. It's absolutely beautiful. It's good, but the place where they got it from, they've given us some bad ones, and it's not cheap wood at all. So we got them in, we got the agent back in and gave it like an inspection, and they agreed that some of them are just not up to spec. We've got big splits, and a couple of them look like they've been sat there for about 10-15 years already, so you know, a good part of their life is gone already. Most of them are really good, and it's a lovely wood, but the guys, the construction team, have sort of worked with me to pick out the really bad ones, and we've labelled them up. So the agent's going to take them back, and we're going to put a reorder in. It takes 6 weeks at least to get them back, so it's important to get this done now, so they can finish the other half of the house with the long columns in. At the moment they're just doing the lower part where there's lots of short pieces, short columns, so we can, you know, pick the best bits out of a long piece, a 2.5 metre long piece. So we're good for that at the moment, but pretty soon we're going to need to do the long bits and need really good long pieces, so hopefully they'll come in time. We'll see. What do you reckon? You agree? Of course you agree. If there's a biscuit in it, you agree.
Yeah, go on, get it. Go on, girl.
Hello, Gillian here. Update. Our house in Leeds is sold, so Alec has jazzed up the cabin on site, so he can live here while the build is taking place. That's within line with our planning permission. So I just thought I'd give you a little tour. If you'd like to come inside, let's go. Got a nice gate to keep the dog in, and nice ribbons to keep the flies out.
Lots of flies.
Lots of flies. We've got a little galley kitchen in here with a hob and a sink and cupboards and shelves and things. Basic, it'll do. And there's also here a nice little larder area, all dog supplies and basics and things in here.
Oh,
hang on, this is messy.
What do you reckon, pups? It's not tidy, is it? It's not, no. Gillian's just tidying it up.
And then in here there's a little bedroom, which is just enough for a double bed and a few shelves for storage. The smallest room in the house is definitely the smallest room in the house.
Used to be the Mouse Emporium.
Okay. And there's a shower and a toilet and a sink in the corner, again, just enough. And then we've got a very cosy sitting room with a sofa that we got free from someone in the nearby town, and armchairs from our house which we've covered in blankets to keep them nice. I made the curtains, and we got some other curtains from Vinted.
Lots of dog toys.
Lots of dog toys, dog bed, a lovely stove, and the stove actually pumps air through into the bedroom, so it keeps it nice and warm. And then you'll see my plant collection arrived from Leeds. I severely reduced the number of plants, but anyway, they've found a home, and so far so good. They're doing all right. And then we've got Alec's office area with a nice view of the building site. So he sits here. This is where all the videos get made and where all the admin gets done and where the site gets managed. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour. Thanks for watching. Oh, I forgot to say, Kevin's here too. Hi, Kevin.
Hello there.
Strike a pose in 3, 2, 1.